Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Clara, and on this channel I'm documenting my YouTube journey and everything I learn as I go. If you speak Spanish, you can also find me on my other channel where I talk about personal development. So today's video is going to be an analytic report from May 2024 on this channel, and I'm going to be sharing a few things that I did last month that got my videos more views, including how I revised a video that originally tanked. Let's get into it. So last month I published 2 long-form videos and 3 shorts. The long-form videos were both case studies. One was Iman Gadji and the other one was a faceless beauty channel that got monetized super fast. And I'm actually quite proud of both videos. I think there's a lot of value in both of them. So if you haven't checked them out, I highly recommend you do. And then I published 3 shorts with tips to grow on YouTube. And to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of shorts. I think you can provide a lot more value, a lot more education in longer form, and also build more trust if you've got something to sell. But those shorts I had already scripted like months ago, so I thought, why let that work go to waste? So I posted them anyway. My goal for May was to publish 3 long-form videos, but I only ended up publishing 2. And that's because my last one was going to be about Think Media's Grow with Video Summit. And this event was only like 10 days ago, and I had to go through a lot of video content to make that video. So that took a while. And then for that video specifically, I also wanted to hire an editor just to make my life easier, okay, moving forward. And to be honest, that didn't go so well, but I'll share that another day. But essentially, when I managed to put together the video, to film the whole thing, blah blah blah, then my editor was a bit busy and the editing process took a bit longer than I expected. So that video is now out, it's on the channel, you can watch it, but I'll talk about it in my June analytics recap. So if we look at May, you can see that my videos generated around 6,000 views and my watch time was around 200 hours. We also welcomed 50 new subscribers to the channel, and I'm really grateful for you guys. I really appreciate you being here. I know this sounds cliche, but behind every subscriber, the way I see it, there's one person with their dreams and aspirations. So I really don't take you guys for granted. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And then when it comes to money, I mean, you can't even see it, right? And that's because I've made $0 in May. How is that possible? I was monetized. Well, yeah, I used to be. That's the thing. The thing is, I took a long break from this channel last year. I pretty much didn't post anything during 2023, and my channel got demonetized as a result. And I think this is a new thing, okay? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I started on YouTube in 2020, I feel like once you were monetized and there was no going back. But now you need to have posted at least 3 videos in the last 90 days and generated at least 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months. And obviously you need to have the 1,000 subs as well. So yeah, I'm no longer monetized. But that's fine. We'll get there again at some point this year. And to be honest, I'm not really counting on AdSense to be my main source of revenue. So yeah, it's not really one of my priorities at the moment. One of the things that is one of my priorities though, and I'm gonna make it a goal for June, is improving my click-through rate, or CTR. This is such an important thing on YouTube, okay? At the most basic level, the key formula for YouTube growth is CTR times average view duration. You wanna get people to click on your videos and like what they see so much that they end up staying and potentially subscribing. It's like E equals MC squared, but for YouTube, okay? So anything that you do to improve your CTR or retention will grow your channel. And this is what I've been trying to focus on since I realized that some of my videos had pretty low CTRs. For example, this video flopped when I posted it. The title was From Zero to Fully Monetized in 4 Weeks, and this was the thumbnail. Now, I never particularly liked this packaging. Like, the title was okay, it was the only one I could think of, but the thumbnail was, in my humble opinion, a disaster, like terrible. The problem was that when I came up with the idea for this video with a concept, I wasn't feeling particularly inspired. I could only think of one attractive title, which is the one I went with, and I was honestly struggling to come up with any good thumbnail ideas. But I still thought the concept, like the idea of the video, was good, so I went with it. And then when it was time to post it and I still hadn't come up with any, good thumbnail ideas, I just tried my luck with this one, even though I knew it wasn't good enough. And as you can see, no surprises here. A day after publishing the video, the CTR was 2.5%. So yeah, pretty low. So what did I do? I went back to the drawing board. And this is something that you should do for any video that flops or underperforms on your channel, because you might be able to revive it like I did with this one. What I did was I changed the title and the thumbnail, and it was like magic. My CTR jumped to 12% and YouTube started promoting the video again. Now, there are a couple things that you need to consider if you want to try and revive a dead video. The first one is that the video idea, the concept, needs to be interesting. Some topics perform better than others purely because they generate more interest, because the topic is more interesting. That's why you sometimes see videos with crappy thumbnails going viral. If the actual content of the video is interesting and the title reflects that, then that video is going to do well anyway. And equally, if no one cares about your video topic, you can make as many changes to the packaging as you want, but that video is never never going to get many views. Like, imagine I make a video about the hike I went on last week and post it on this channel. That video is going to get 1 view and it's probably going to be mine. And I can play around with the packaging as much as I want, but people are still not going to be interested. So that's point number 1. Now, let's say your video is actually interesting, okay, but people are not clicking. That's the kind of video that you want to try and potentially revive. And to do this, you will need to experiment with your title and thumbnail. But, and this is a big but, you're going to be very limited in what you can do because the video is already on YouTube and you won't be able to make any significant changes or any changes, okay, to the actual content. So you need to make sure that your new packaging, 1, still reflects the value of the video, and 2, that it works well with your hook. Because if you change the title and the thumbnail and that improves your CTR, but then people don't stay to watch the rest of the video because the packaging was clickbaity or they think the content's boring or it's not going to deliver, then that will hurt your retention and YouTube will soon stop showing your video again. So that's something else that you need to consider. In my case, the changes I made worked well with my video, and so I managed to resurrect it, which made me feel like a YouTube goddess. The other thing that I wanted to touch on is retention, specifically during the first 30 seconds of your videos. Looking at my analytics last month, I realized that some of my videos have an embarrassingly low retention in the first 30 seconds, whereas I have other videos on the channel that are killing it in that respect. So I looked into it and I learned a few things that I'm going to share with you. But before that, we need to understand why people leave in the first 30 seconds of a video. And there are many reasons, but the ones that we can influence are mainly 2. Long intros. If it takes you forever to get into the meat, into the value of the video, then best case scenario, people are going to jump ahead. Worst case scenario, you're going to lose them. And 2, a mismatch between the content of the video and what your viewers expected when they saw the title and the thumbnail. So knowing this, I did an analysis of the outliers on my channel when it comes to the first 30 seconds, and my worst video by far is this one. And I think I know why, but I haven't figured out how to fix it yet. This video got a proportionally high amount of views for the size of my channel, but clearly the people who clicked expected something else. Because the hook is short, okay, so that's not the problem, and I think it does a good job setting up the value of the video. But as soon as I say what the video is about, then people leave. I think they probably clicked because they recognize the YouTubers in the thumbnail, and even though I did use their channels as examples, so you know, the thumbnail is not clickbait, my viewers, when they clicked on that thumbnail, probably expected something else and not a technical video with tips to grow on YouTube. Maybe they expected me to talk about these YouTubers more in depth or from a different angle. So I suspect that if I change the thumbnail and get rid of these famous YouTubers, yes, I will probably get less views, but my retention will improve. So that's what I'm going to try and do, and I will get back to you with the results. And then the other 2 outliers that I reviewed were my videos about Kelly stamps and KDU, because my retention for those in the first 30 seconds was about 70%, so way above average for my channel. And for those videos, I noticed a few things. The main one is that both hooks for both videos were really short and to the point. And when I say short, I mean less than or around 110 words. And then in those hooks, I also pretty soon confirmed the viewers' expectation of the video, because I mentioned Kelly and Katie, like confirming that I was actually going to talk about their channels. And then in each of those hooks, I also shared some interesting or some shocking fact about those channels. For Kelly, for example, I used a little bit of controversy because I said that her channel was dead, proportionally speaking, okay? And these are some huge brackets that some people didn't really get, because essentially what I wanted to say is that for a channel her size, she's not getting that many views, or as many views as you would expect. And many people took it the wrong way and thought that I was trying to, you know, criticize her or, you know, hate on Kelly's channel. And I really wasn't. I was just making an observation and trying to find out why that was the case for her channel. But yeah, that is the video that has the highest number of dislikes and the highest number of hate comments on this channel, on my channel. And it's purely because I generated a little bit of controversy, which is absolutely fine. Like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and it really did work for my channel, for my views. So that's fine. I'm happy about that. And for Katie, I shared her impressive numbers, and I also made it sound like she knew something about YouTube that most of us don't, because, you know, she grew so quickly, and in some of her videos she mentions that she's done a few things on purpose. So that created a little bit of intrigue. And then the other thing for this Katie video, and I think the reason why it did so well and the retention throughout the whole video is quite good, is because that video was a bit of a journey, taking the viewer along the journey of, you know, KDU on YouTube throughout the years. And I think there was an element of storytelling there, an element of taking you on a journey, and that does pretty well when it comes to retention. So yeah, just a few things to think about, or, you know, a few ideas for your own channel that you can use to make the first 30 seconds of your videos amazing and really good at keeping people watching. The main thing, just like to recap, is that you need to think about the viewer's expectation when they see your title and thumbnail. Like, I don't know, ask a stranger if you want, just show them your title and thumbnail and ask them what they think that video is going to be about. And essentially you need to, in once they've clicked in the video, in 30 seconds or less, you need to confirm that yes, that is what you're going to talk about, that their expectation was accurate, and then you need to say what's in it for them or offer them something intriguing or interesting to keep them watching till the end. So yeah, that's the main take-home message, okay, from all of this. So there you go. That's my 2 cents about CTRs and retention and what I've been up to this month. If you enjoyed this recap and would like a monthly one with my analytics and the things I'm learning or experimenting with on my channel, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you very, very soon with a new case study. In fact, I'm going to do a poll in my community tab in the next few days. So yeah, if you want, you can vote and you'll be able to choose which channel I'll be looking into next. Have an amazing rest of the week, guys. Bye for now.